The president gave the keynote address to kick off South by Southwest this afternoon.
And a speech focused on encouraging civic engagement in a political age. KXAN political reporter Phil Prazen is live at the Long Center with reaction to the president's address. Phil?
Well, Shannon, the entire conversation here today was about how to get the big, clunky ship of government to be more agile. Sorry, I almost dropped my phone. More agile to go on an iPhone or go online. Now, he did acknowledge a problem early on in his administration. Healthcare.gov, the website connected to the Affordable Care Act. If you remember, it didn't work right away when it started. Republicans said that kind of proved their point, that government cannot be agile and go online. Now, that motivated him to get the private sector to give advice and start actually the very first office for these digital problems. He did have some criticism for our state leaders. In 2012, Texans had around 25 million people in the state. 5 million of them voted.
But somehow online voter registration is perceived to be insecure, or same-day registration.
It's not insecure. It's done because the folks who are currently governing the good state of Texas aren't interested in having more people participate.
And of course, our Republican leaders would disagree with that. In an interview similar to this, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick suggested that maybe people don't vote in high numbers because they like the leaders that are in charge and they like the way things are going. But President Obama is still the first president to have an entire office in his White House dedicated to digital problems, and he hopes whoever wins the 2016 election will continue those efforts and continue that office. Now at 6, we will have an example of how somebody traveled to South by Southwest from New York who is working with locals to highlight some of these initiatives of the president. We'll have that at 6, but back to you in the studio for now.
All right, Phil, thank you very much. And the theme of technology and government intersecting will not be limited to the president's talk today.
Texas Senator John Cornyn will be on a panel tomorrow morning focused on policy to foster 21st century startups. It's called Supporting U.S. Entrepreneurs, America Job Number One. And Austin Congressman Michael McCall will participate in a roundtable discussion on the Digital Security Commission tomorrow evening. They'll talk about the financial and political initiatives that drive hackers and what policymakers can do to protect you from cyber threats.
First Lady Michelle Obama will be in Austin next week for the music portion of South by Southwest. On Wednesday, the First Lady is going to talk about Let Girls Learn. It's a global initiative that helps provide education to girls all across the world. Today, the First Lady was in California attending the funeral for Nancy Reagan and